Welcome to Open House Soliloquy. Today we are going to be discussing getting to the ocean from the stream. What I mean by getting to the ocean from the stream is we have to think about the ocean as our self fully realized, right? The ocean is the biggest body of water on the earth, and there are times in life where we do feel like we have all of ourselves in control like that. We comparatively have more water, we're a bigger body. But then there are times where we feel like maybe a lake, we still have a lot of control, but there's just things that are outside of our control that pain us, or maybe aspects of ourselves that we don't understand. And in my thoughts on this, I've come to some sort of analogy to kind of explain that feeling of being lost from my perspective. The way that I see it is we have to ask, how much do you see? And that's a really good question because we don't really often think about how we categorize our experience of life in general. And I like to think of it like this, through vision. So your awareness, your sensation, and your agency are how you kind of have that picture over yourself. Now, I'll explain each in a second, but I just want to mention that agency is key. Agency is the control that you have in your life in general, and it's the subconscious key to opening your horizons, broadening your horizons, getting to the ocean from the stream, turning from something small and lost to something colossal and very much in control and capable and aware, and just that general notion of control that we all strive for in our lives. It's the way to move forward, to be yourself, to be actualized. So how much you see, what you see, think of it like you see the outline of things, right? You see the shape of things, and then you have their color, or maybe there's words on them. They're the words that you read. Your awareness is the shapes, it's the lines, it's the bulk of the work that your eyes are doing. And the sensation is the color, the words, connotation versus denotation. So awareness would be denotive, and then sensation would be connotative, just like that. And then agency is kind of the threshold that goes higher the more you increase your awareness and your sensation. And all three of these are very much derivative of each other. So agency is how we perceive shapes and lines, sensation is the color that those images take, and agency is the eyelid that decides how much of it we see, or if we see at all. Now, we have to think about, well, okay, how can I open my eyes, or how can I carve away one more little piece of earth just to get closer to the ocean? That vision of being large and in charge, essentially. I mean, there are so many things that inhibit us in that journey of self-actualization, and it's things that take away your own beliefs. There are things that change how you see the world. Like, great example, a movie just came out called Obsession. That's one of the things that I've written here as things that inhibit your awareness, inhibit your sensation, inhibit your agency. It's obsession, it's thinking of someone else endlessly, it's indulgence, it's giving a substance more power over yourself than you. And then pride, ego, fear, anxiety, depression, drugs, lust, consumption, envy, negative self talk. All of these attack your horizon separately, and some of them may attack your awareness more or your sensation more, but they all steal agency from you. They all take away the control in your life that you have and that you rightfully deserve. So it's still water will never move, right? Stop waiting on life to happen. Stop waiting for something to change or for some sort of checkbox to be filled so you can think, okay, now I can move. The stream will never get to the ocean if it stops and takes a break to think if it should keep going. No. And that doesn't have to be a brutal process. It's as simple as I have a little affirmation when I think about that action of stopping the waiting. It's I need to inject myself into my life. Do things charged with individuality. Don't get lost in the stream when you can sense the ocean, right? When you are aware of that version of yourself that you need to be, don't get lost in the stream. Don't be afraid of the earth before you, because there's always going to be obstacles, right? There's always going to be obstacles. And I've said this before, you need to build momentum in that way of honing your expression, being able to make the shapes and lines that you see in this world, make your awareness of it through your own lens, right? That's understanding how you see things from a more logical perspective. And then there's your perspective. That's the color of things. That's the meaning of the words on the page. You need to, it's okay to be influenced by others, but you need to understand that other people can indict things in you, like obsession or depression or lust, envy. Those are all things that other people can put on you, and that's kind of the, not the shield, because that implies pushing away from others, but the control, the knowing what is to take from others and what not to take from others. So expression, perspective, actions, that's moving with deliberation. That's doing things charged with meaning, having a moral code you go against when making decisions. That is key. And then now that the logical things are out of the way, just think about life in general. Every moment is art. People become so lost in negativity when they forget the possibility that you can shift your perspective. You can love everything. You can love your struggles. You can love your triumphs. You can become the art you see when your mind pictures itself. Become the art you imagine when your mind pictures itself, right? Life can be art. It can be made to be enjoyable in that way. It's just a matter of getting to the ocean from the stream. It's a matter of broadening your horizons, understanding how much or how little you see, understanding what's inhibiting your agency, what's taking the control away from you, maybe what's making you more aware, taking a little bit of the joy out of your life, you know? It's all just a matter of understanding that you are more in control than you think. And your thoughts have much more power than you think. I have affirmations up all over my room, and it's not some self-help stuff. Sometimes they can be a little critical in the way that it's calling out the things that need to change. And that's okay. Like, I have a list right here that I've mentioned before, and I stick to it quite religiously. It's put all of my energy into myself, control my inner dialogue, make decisions with deliberation, treat my time like I'm never getting it back, develop my style, be patient, and let my declarations of change mean something. Be a man of my word, or be a quiet. I follow this code very religiously, and it's kind of what allows me to combat that feeling of being a small stream when you have the potential to be an ocean. It's all about just going out and getting it and understanding what matters to you, what you care about, and putting that first. If it can be done, it's possible. If it can be done, it's possible. And getting to the ocean from the stream, it can be done. It's possible. So let's just get out there. Let's chip away that earth. Let's flow to those deeper waters and gain a better understanding of ourselves. Here at Open House Soliloquy, that's our goal. That's our goal as people, to self-actualize, to really dig deep and find what we're missing and find what we already have. Because people are so much more beautiful than they let themselves realize. So go chase those sunny shores. They're calling you.